Okay, so there's nothing to find. It's all what happens is whole and complete and everything in that sense already. There's nothing on offer. That's what the hope of the person is, that this appearance offers something, that it has a deeper value, that there is something in it that one can get from it. And in order to do so, one has to be in a certain way. One has to do certain things. One have to think certain thoughts. One have to have certain feelings. One has to have an, a certain attitude towards life, or knowledge, or insights, a key to life. And that's all part of this one dream, that there is someone, that there is a me within us, that there is a position. I'm now here. That's an illusion. There is no one. This position doesn't have any substance, and all seeking comes out of that. And this deep longing for love, this deep longing to be someone who is free and who is loved, and to be someone who doesn't have to seek anymore, that one's experience is so good that one doesn't have to seek anymore. That's an illusion. This I is an illusion. There is no such thing. So nothing has been lost and nothing needs to be gained. It's very simple, actually. And it is like that. It's like that for everyone here. No one has lost something and no one needs to find something. It's just a dream, an illusion, an energy, the seeking dynamic. It's just an energy that's not based on any reality or truth. It just does what it does, apparently, but for no reason. And without it being real. As there is no one, what we just talked about and what we will be going to talk about cannot be realized by anyone. Realization, becoming aware of, is the tool of the seeker to stay separate. And all the seeker is trying to do is to become aware of what we talk about, become aware of itself, become aware of the seeking dynamic, become aware of the problem. That's what the seeker wants to do, become aware of the problem and become aware of the solution. But this whole dynamic of becoming or being aware is illusory.
Hi, Andreas.
Hi. Hi.
I was just going to ask about this consciousness thing.
Hmm.
So, so when this sense of me identity thing has fallen away, consciousness still carries on,
Ah,
you
yes,
know, just carries on, yeah. But it's the same as unconsciousness, it carries on.
absolutely. It's a function of consciousness.
So whether you're awake or asleep, it just carries on.
Well, yeah, but that's theoretical. But that's a bit theoretical. But because there's no experience of being conscious. But of course, even during sleep, the body hears or breathes or thinks. And during the day, there's also just apparently being awake and seeing things and hearing things. So there seems to be a function of consciousness. But
Because often, people use this like awareness, consciousness, like it's leading somewhere, it means something, everything is in your consciousness, all that talk.
yeah, but that's the personal experience. That
Yeah.
collapses. The experience to be conscious and to be consciousness, that is illusory. That's a dream.
To
And
be conscious, but consciousness just happens.
well, but
Yeah.
just as a function of the body.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it doesn't mean anything, like you're not going to get anything through it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just another
Yeah.
thing that seems to
Yeah.
be happening, but it can't be used.
Mm.
I think that's another thing, that the person, the
Mm.
illusion to be a self that's conscious, seeks
Mm.
the function of consciousness.
Yeah, let be more conscious.
Let be more, and
You
as
know,
if
let's be more
this
awake.
seeing things or hearing things um, uh, contains a deeper value. No, it's the same thing, as if to be a conscious human being offers more, as if there is something deeper in that, to go
It
through
feels
life
like
and
so
be able
exhausting that.
to, again,
It feels like so exhausting, like to be conscious. It feels like such a an effort to
oh
do
yeah,
that. You
it's
know what I
totally
mean?
artificial. It's totally, this
Well,
experience to be conscious is absolutely artificial. That is the
mm,
dream, and that is utter exhaustion. Oh, of course. And there's
yeah,
nothing in it. There is no being conscious.
no.
But compared to a stone, humans or animals seem to have this function of consciousness, which is empty and meaningless. It's just another appearance. But
Like a
you
stone.
can't run away from that either. As long as there's a living body, there will be waking up in the morning, and thoughts might happen, and feelings, and the apparent seeing of a world. And so the person wants to either seek in that as if it's real, or it wants to numb it because it wants to escape from it.
Yeah.
But this has nothing to do with it having a deeper value, or it being real, or it being that it can be used for one's own personal fulfillment. To be conscious in the right way, to be conscious of the right things. There's a huge idea in spirituality that one can play around with consciousness, and if you are
Yeah.
conscious of the right things, then you can become happy.
Yeah.
Or in that sense, the function of consciousness or the living body is just another thing that seems to be happening to no one.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That's the thing, what some people assume when the me collapses, when I say that's the end of consciousness or something, that everything turns black or something. No, it's not like that. It's an illusion that there is a conscious self within anything, even within this function of consciousness. There just isn't anyone in it, and there is no one having a conscious experience of that. So apparently, when this illusion collapses that there is someone, apparently, life just goes on. So when there is no one, seeing is happening and hearing, and maybe sensing an energy in the room, which would all be connected to the function of consciousness somehow. But those would be all things that the person very directly connects to itself I'm seeing, I'm hearing, I'm sensing the atmosphere in the room. I'm becoming aware of this. I've noticed this and this. And the idea that there is a deeper value in this, that I've noticed why, I don't know, I do something or I didn't do something. But all of that's just the appearance. All of that's just what seems to be happening. And this includes apparent insights and apparent understanding. It's just not real.
So it's just like this cling on, isn't it, of ownership? Like it's my consciousness, it's my sensing.
Yeah,
So that's like a cling added software.
so to speak, yeah. But this software regards itself as the source and it seeks in that. As I said, as if there is a deeper value in not being a stone, but in being a so-called conscious human being. Well, there is no value in that. It's just what seems to be happening. Freely, totally, whole and completely for no one. Hmm.
Hi, Andreas.
Hi, hello.
You know, like Tony sometimes says, the biggest addiction is the me.
Hmm.
It's like there's such an obsession with the need to know what's happening and
Yeah,
to be aware of it.
yes.
And I know logically it serves no purpose.
Yeah, but that's part of the same setup. You
Yes.
knowing something.
Yes.
That's really the dream. People think that they know this message and that they know what it means. And then they punish themselves with that knowledge. Because they think they know. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I know that there is no one actually. Oh,
Yeah.
no idea. No one has an idea at all about this. So
It,
funny.
I
I
don't mean
know that there is no path, but no.
I don't want to sound like I'm exaggerating, but genuinely I think it's driving me insane the last couple of days, just needing to know that something's going on.
Yeah, the
Just
need. Yeah,
because it's such an effort to stay in the control of being aware of this.
absolutely. The need to know is suffering in itself. It's just
Is-
painful and it's artificial because no one here needs to know anything.
And within the story, like obviously there's no one doing it, but the sense is it's a constant effort to remain present and to remain in focus.
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, it happens by itself, but
Yeah,
it's somehow attached to a sense of effort.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the me can't really just rest and be at all.
No,
Yeah.
that's the hope. That's part of the dream. One day I can just be as a conscious experience
There's
without
still
seeking and enjoying.
because it will confirm itself in just being.
Mm. Well,
Yeah.
because the sense of unfulfillment is part of being this experience.
Andreas, so is it fair to say the me just can't come anywhere near what's being said here?
Yes,
And whilst I sometimes think I've grasped certain aspects of this or something's revealing itself, that's nonsense. That's just me staying in a dream where I'm having things revealed to me. So when you were seeing Tony, or when you had some glimpses and that, it might have felt like things were being revealed or things were becoming more clear or obvious or something.
of course, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong. I just wanted to ask, when you eventually died, did your revelations have anything to do with that at all?
No,
Thank you.
no. I mean, revelations seem to happen, but they don't happen to anyone. And they are apparent, of course, or real and unreal, but they just were of no use at all.
Yeah, because then the me wants to pick them up and add them to its understanding.
Exactly. And it adds them to the impression of I'm moving on my path and I really understand now how it is. Or I understand now more how it really is. And that's just not the case.
It is, for the me, it is a fascinating game being a me. Obviously, it doesn't like despair when it feels in despair, but it's just fascinated by its journey and its self-importance and how it's doing. And
I love that story.
it's just one big high, isn't it? Just being a me, just trying to get somewhere and tell yourself how great it's going to be.
One big. I didn't.
It's constantly trying to. It's like I said, it's one big high. It's not a high because there are crashes. It's not one big high because there are crashes. But what I mean is, it's one big exciting game.
It's a trip, yeah, and it's an exciting game, yeah. Being alive,
That's what I meant. It's a trip, yeah. That's what.
Okay. Oh, of course. The me loves its existence way more than we imagine here.
Because it can always tell itself, well, maybe tomorrow.
Exactly. And that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that it should be different. Okay, so this is all there is. There's no message. There's just what seems to be happening, and it's free and total and wholly complete. There's nothing missing. There's just nothing missing at all. Nothing needs salvation. Nothing needs to arrive. No one needs anything on this deeper level. Apart from that, life is just playing out, apparently, wildly, freely, unconditionally. And it's just this. That's how life is playing out unconditionally. Looks like this. Is this. Thanks a lot for joining. I wish you a lovely day. Nice to see you. Thanks a lot. Bye. Have a good time. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.